Thomas and the Magic Railroad, Director's Cut. Let us go back to the year 2000. Remember Thomas and the Magic Railroad? That film caused a lot of buzz, and I happen to be a big fan of it myself. It recently piqued my curiosity that there was an unreleased director's cut of the film. As soon as I heard about it, I began a search for it. I tried contacting the people who worked on the film via emails or phone calls, but I never got a response. Only I got an answering machine. My last resort was contacting Britt Allcroft, the person who directed the film, through Skype. I was interviewing her and asked her general questions like, where did you get the idea for this film? And what did you like, and what did you think of the finished film and whatnot? So when I finally asked her about the purported director's cut, she just fell silent. I could see her face going pale. She proceeded to tell me, "Don't look for it, just let the memory die." She hung up the call right there and then. I just sat at my desk, confused. I went to bed. The next day, I tried emailing Miss Allcroft about the director's cut in an attempt to find out more. I managed to get a response, and exactly 45 minutes later, the email said, "Just give me your address and I will send it to you. If you're sure you want to see it, then I guess I can't stop you. Beware, for the things you will see will forever stay in your mind for the rest of your life." I was unsure if I really wanted to see the director's cut at this point. But hey, morbid curiosity got the best of me, so I sent back another email with my address and a thank you. A week earlier, I received a package from Britt herself. It was the director's cut VHS tape. Strangely, it had the exact same design as the regular Thomas and the Magic Railroad VHS tape. I popped it into my VHS player. Yes, I still have one, and let it play. Man, just how I wish I could take that back. The familiar logo jingles weren't heard. Well, they were, but the audio was very distorted and playing in reverse. It had fishes with red eyes smiling from a SpongeBob Red Mist creepypasta in the background and go static while the Almonds Pictures logo appears in the Gollin Pictures logo was there, and it was very distorted and playing in reverse. Static in the background. After the logo was over, it fades to black. The audio is still playing. The intro of the film was different. You know, the part where Thomas meets Percy, right? Well, it just stays there. It just froze on Thomas. He didn't move at all. You couldn't even hear Thomas's voice. It was just total silence. The screen stays on Thomas for about 6 minutes until the tape cut to the scene of Thomas and the conductor driving down the rail. Wow, this was pretty late in the film. But there was no sound. It cut to static for about 5 minutes. but again it was silent. The weird thing was I could make some sort of hidden video in the static. It looked like Mr. Conductor, which was no longer in Thomas, just lying on the rail, and Thomas just somehow continuously ran over Mr. Conductor, and blood and guts splattered on the screen. Oh, sick! I nearly vomited, but after the video clip ended, the film cut to the scene where Thomas is driving one of the characters in the film, but it was still silent. When it got to the scene of Thomas being chased by Diesel 10, it once again cut to static. This time there was no hidden video, thankfully, and it was just regular static. It cut to the shot of Thomas leaving James at Titmouse Sheds with Diesel 10 sighing. However, the scene went on longer than I expected. Diesel 10 drives away, then stops, sighs one last time, and proceeded to ride off the track in a melting pit. This emotionally affected me greatly, as Diesel 10 was one of my favorite characters, especially since he is the main antagonist. It cut to Thomas still being chased by Diesel 10. I thought he killed himself, I said, but who cares? The disturbing thing is the scene just keeps going. Diesel 10 actually kills Thomas by throwing him off the track by Pinchy. Thomas's dismantled body head rolls towards another set of tracks and gets crushed with a hyper-realistic crunch by Diesel 10's wheels. I can't take it anymore, I screamed. Oh, hell no! I ejected the tape and threw it away. One day I got the original Thomas and the Magic Railroad tape, and as I sat there on the couch for 25 seconds, there was a whisper behind me. It said, Let's watch in private, shall we? Or, would you like to watch it again? I turned around and it was a Thomas doll with red eyes smiling. I then threw the stupid thing out the window as I said, Leave me alone. I have no time to play. If you ever see a VHS copy of Thomas and the Magic Railroad, stay away from it.